everybody, this is James with J&M Industries, and today I'm going to switch a A1708 display assembly. So let's begin. First, take that off the back. What we'll need is a 1.2 star screwdriver, and that'll take off the bottom plate screws. And I use just a magnetic mat to kind of hold the screws while I'm doing this. Now sometimes you can get up under these plates, but this one is actually down pretty good, so we'll need a suction cup. Go ahead and use our suction cup and just a little bit of pressure. We're going to grab it. And there we go. So we're going to go ahead and disconnect our battery. Start with the data cable first. And then the battery is a T5 screwdriver. And we just lift up on this flap just enough to where it's not making connection. Okay. So next, we're going to use our T3 screwdriver, and we're going to remove these brackets here. And we'll go ahead and remove our brackets that are holding down our LVDS cable. And then these screws here. Then we're going to switch back to our T5 and remove the screws out of the T-con board. Go ahead and unplug this LVDS. And then while we have the T5, we'll remove our Wi-Fi antenna screw. Disconnect those antennas. So the next one we'll use is a 0.8 pentalobe screwdriver, and we'll proceed to remove all these little screws in the Wi-Fi antenna. Now the antenna should rock out pretty easy. Sometimes they are a little sticky, but it should come out just like that. Now the next one we're going to use is, I believe it's a TR5, TR8. We're going to remove 2 screws on each hinge. And then what we're going to do, make sure everything is nice and freed up. Okay. Open the lid all the way and remove the last 2 TR8 screws. Scoot it over. It should rock right on out. So putting in our assembly is basically the reverse steps. So let's go ahead and do that now. So before we try to put our assembly back on the machine, we want to take our TR8 and just move our hinges in the completely open position. And then this company here, they put this plastic piece down, so we want to remove that. Like so. And you grab all the cables, hold them with your index fingers, and line this back up. Once it's lined up, TR8 again. I'm going to put a screw in each hinge just to hold it into place. And go ahead and shut the lid very gently. Finish putting in the rest of our hinge screws. Now sometimes we have to readjust this so it all lines up with the palm rest. So right there and there. Want to make sure that there's enough room to where it's not rubbing against each other. Perfect. Let's go ahead and tighten all your screws down. like so. And the next thing we'll do is these brackets here. So we're going to get our T3 again. And reinstall all these. Okay. Okay, so the next step is the reinstallation of the Wi-Fi antenna. So I'll feed these antennas through like that. And then I want to make sure that our LVDS cable is over the top. And what I do, just so it doesn't move anywhere, is I put two T5s in to the T-Con board. And then we'll go back with our 0.8 and put in all our Wi-Fi antenna screws. These guys are really small, so just take your time with them. Alright, then we're going to grab our T5 again. And we'll put in the rest of our T-con board screws. Sometimes you gotta give the Wi-Fi antenna just a little squeeze to line those screw holes up. And then we'll reattach our Wi-Fi antennas to the logic board. And we'll rehook up our LVDS cable. Switch back to our T3. And put our top bracket on. Very careful, these screws are also really small. Then we'll put in our support bracket. These are also T3 screws. And then we'll put back our hinge covers. These are also T3 screws. Make sure not to over tighten them. We'll switch back to our T5. Reinstall our battery screw. Put back our battery data cable. Put back our battery isolator plate. Now what I do this into place. And I test my screen before going any further, because if we have any issues, I don't have to take the bottom plate screws out again. Okay. And just give me a second there. And as you can see, our screen has been replaced and is no more lines in the display or anything like that. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish testing everything out, make sure that the camera's working, brightness up and down, which it does look like it's working, and that's how you replace this display assembly on an A1708. The A1706 assembly is pretty much the same, it's just that the Wi-Fi antenna has 3 cables instead of 2, and it's a little bit longer, but other than that, this process is the exact same. Alright, thank you for watching guys. This is James with J&M Industries. Bye-bye.